Welcome to the third session of the subject that is statistical quality control. So in the last class, we have discussed the objectives of the statistical quality control. And the second point that we have discussed there is goals of quality control. What exactly is the quality control? Then we have discussed the statistical quality control. And then we have discussed something about the difference between the normal inspections and SQC. Then after that, we have studied applications of SQC and multi-choice questions, and also the descriptive types of the questions. Now, so when you take the out of this, the qualities, goals of quality control, and what exactly is the quality control and statistical control. Out of that, apart from that, it was the very important question here. It is, what is the difference between the normal inspections and SQC? So this is one of the major aspects of the quality control that we have discussed there, and the application also is one of the most important question that has been discussed in the last class. Now we'll be studying the operational principles of statistical quality control. So when you take how exactly the statistical quality control works, when you see this, it is nothing but it involves the operational principles of SQC involves one, a systematic sampling inspection in place of the 100% inspections. So it means that we are not concentrating on the normal inspection, that is nothing but the 100% inspection. Basically, SQC is employed in the mass production, in a repetitive production, as well as in a batch by batch productions. So because of these types of the productions, so we are using the systematic sampling inspections in place of the 100% inspection or the normal inspections. The second point here is that the sampling inspection results are plotted on the quality control charts, which is kept adjacent to the machine. So here in the sample inspections, by collecting the data, the results of the data, that is the statistical quality control data, are plotted on the machine, are plotted on the quality control charts. So there are so many quality control charts are there, like X bar R chart, P chart, NP chart, C charts, like that. There are many charts are there. Once again, these charts are classified into the two categories that you will be studying in the next chapters. So these control charts is nothing but the data has been opened, the statistical data that will be collected, and that data will be condensed in the forms of the control chart, and that has that charts which are kept adjacent to the machines. So the charts will help the operator to control the process. So that is the second operational objectives. So the first operational objective is we are using the sample inspection. As you know that sample inspection is nothing but selecting few items from the output, and then the sampling inspection results are plotted on the control charts that will be pasted adjacent to the machines. So that is the second point. Then the third point says that the control chart thus furnishes continuous graphical records, visual means of judging significant deviations from the standard qualities. So here we are going to find out if there is any variation. So with the help of the charts, during the process, we will compare the result of the process with the control charts. And if there is any deviations from the standard of the quality, so then we are going to control the process. So that is the third point to be discussed. And the fourth point says that by taking appropriate actions as indicated by the control chart. So we need to take the control actions. As soon as you take as soon as the process goes wrong, so then we need to take the action. As soon as we take the actions, so the process will be under control. Naturally, we are going to get the quality products. So the fifth point says that any tendencies making for defective productions can be anticipated. So naturally, so as the process, when the process comes to the control, when the process is under control, so we are not going to get any defective products. So we can, we can prevent the formations of the defective products here. Then the traditional inspection method only enable one to be used after event quality control makes one to get wise before the event. So it means that the traditional inspection method here we are not using at all. So we are using the sample inspections in case of the statistical quality control. Now comes to the next point, that is the objectives of SQC. There are many objectives of SQC. It's a very important aspect in statistical quality control. So the one better. So there you can see there are 5 points. They are all 5 points are there. So what I can say that better reduction in the scrap. The first point A says that better reduction in the scrap. B says that better quality. C, it says that efficient use of the equipment and better efficient use of the equipment. And then D, better utilizations of the raw material. And then E, producers customers relationship. So here, when you think about the using of statistical quality control tools, so as you know that we are using statistical quality control tools like the sample inspection, the acceptance samplings. They are the tools that we are using here for the inspection in the statistical quality control. When we use this inspection techniques or the tools, so naturally there is a reduction in the scrap, because the whenever the process will go out of the control, inspector immediately intimate the operator that the process is not under control. Then the operator will go through the charts that has been pasted to the side of the machine. Immediately he will take the corrective action, and when he takes the corrective action, naturally there is no question of the scrap, because when he takes the corrective actions, so the process will be under control and we are going to get the quality products. Once we get the quality products, so then there is no question of the scrap. So that's what there is a reduction in the scrap. So better reductions in the scrap is one of the objectives of the statistical quality control. So the second point, as I told you, that quality. So when the process is totally under control, so naturally you are going to get the quality products. There is no question of the defective products in case of the statistical quality control. Then the third point, C, says that efficient use of the equipment. Efficient use of the equipments. Here, during the when you use the statistical quality control tools, okay, so the main objective of when you use the statistical quality control, the objectives is what? So we are going to maintain the materials. We are going to maintain the equipment. So the maintenance of the equipment is a very important aspect in case of the statistical quality control. So when you maintain, so then the equipments will be, when you maintain the equipments, so naturally the efficiency of these equipments will be better. So that's why the better utilizations of the equipments. So then the fourth point, the utilizations of the raw material. So in case of the statistical quality control process, so when the raw material, when it comes, so there will be inspections of the raw material. So during the mass production process, so it is the duty of the producers to give the better quality raw materials so that the quality products can be obtained. That's why the here we are using the proper raw materials. That's why I can say that it is the better utilizations of the raw material. Then, so because of the SQC, there is a best relationship between the producers and the customers. As you know that, so when you use the statistical tools for the manufacturing processes, so the producers and the customers, they will come to an agreement. So there is no question of the inspection by the producers and the inspection by the consumers. That's why there is a better relationship that we are going to obtained between the customer and the producers. So that is the, the 5 points. They are the objectives of the SQC. Then the second point is improvements. So what and all we can improve here. The specifications of the products can be improved. When we use the statistical quality control tools, so naturally the specifications of the product will be, uh, will be improved. We can improve very easily. And the second point is the inspection standards. So as in case of the statistical quality control, we are using sophisticated inspection tools. So naturally, the inspection standards can be easily, improvement. We can improve that one and the quality level. So when you use these, the tools, maintenance of the machines, and proper pasting of the charts on the machines and the bonus for the machines and all. There are so many factors. Because of all these factors, so naturally the level of the quality that is obtained, so it is more here, and that's what we can improve the quality level of the products. And D says that sales income. So when a company manufactures the quality products, so naturally the sales income will also increase, because a customer, when you take a customer, when he wants to buy certain things, when he goes to a mall or the shop, so naturally, he will see the product by its name of the company. So he will not going to select a product from the ordinary company, because he is he is having the guarantee that the top companies, they are going to manufacture the quality. That's what, there is a relationship between producers and the customers, producers and the consumers. Because of the good relationship, so naturally the sales income of the product will be increase, or we can improve the sales income of the products. And consumers are assured of the quality products, as we know that when the customer goes for the purchase of any items, so they will select the item according to the company, because they are assured of the good qualities that the company will be giving. So these are the objectives of the statistical quality control. So once again, I would like to tell you about the objectives of the statistical quality control is that, so better reductions in the scrap. We can reduce, there is no question of the scrap in statistical quality control. So reductions in the scrap, and better quality of the products because of using the statistical quality control tools. So when we use these tools, naturally the quality products that we are going to obtain. The next is the efficient use of the equipment, because the SQC says that the the company, they need to maintain the equipments. When you maintain the equipments, so naturally we can use it efficiently. And the fourth point is utilizations of the raw material, because when the raw material comes, so at the point during the before the it goes to the manufacturing processes, so there will be an inspection will takes place. That's why they are using better quality raw materials. And because of all these things, these 4 points, there will be producers and the consumers relationship. And the second point, improvement in the specification is there, improvements in the inspection standard, improvement in the quality level, and improvement in the sales. And there is an improvement between the consumers and the goods quality. So the tools, the next point is the tools of SQC. The economics enjoyed by the industries through the use of statistical quality controls are immense, as represented by, so because of, as you know, the when the industry uses statistical quality control, so naturally there is a reductions in the time, reductions in the manpower requirements, reductions in the waste, means the scrap, and there is no question of rework, and the inspection cost will be less. So these are because of the use of the statistical quality control tools, the company enjoys the 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 represent. I mean, the company enjoys by means of the certain factors. That is, there is reductions in the time, manpower requirements, and the wastage. There is no question of the waste of the material. There is no scrap, and there is no rework, and that's naturally the inspection cost, less. So it has been enjoyed. So many problems in the industry concerning the manufacturers of the product, from its concept to its use by the consumer, lend themselves well to the statistical treatment. So because of the use of all the tools here, so by the industries, so from the concept of the raw material to the quality products, and which has been consumed by the customers, lend themselves to be a statistical treatment. So the statistical quality control tools, as we know that the economy enjoyed by the industries, it is immense. So by the reductions in the time and the manpower requirements, all those things. So, so many problems in the industries concerning the manufacturers of the product, from the concept to its use by the consumers, lend themselves well to the statistical tools. There are the two main tools that we are using here in the statistical quality control. That is the control charts, and B, the second one is the acceptance sampling. So when we see what exactly is a control chart, so there are the control charts and the attribute sampling. So it is a descriptive types of the statistical quality control. Descriptive types of the statistical quality control, where, for example, if I take the control charts, so when I take the control chart, for example, if I take a control chart that is called as X bar R chart, so where when we use the X bar and the R chart, so X bar is nothing but the variables, and R is nothing but the range in the variables. For example, if I take a simple 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, these are the variables. Now, when I go to the range of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so now what is the difference? That is the difference between the maximum number and the minimum number. That is, maximum number is 5 and minimum is 1. So 5 minus 1 is 4. So the 4 is the range for that group, that variables, that is nothing but 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So now we will get, there is a data. Data is in terms of the variables, and then the data in terms of the range. So in the X bar R chart, first we are going to bring the process under control, that is nothing but under the range. First we should control the range of the products, that is the R chart. Once the range chart is under control, then we can go for the X bar chart. So then we should bring the X bar chart under control. So like there are so many tools in the control charts: X bar R chart, P chart, NP chart, so C chart. Like that, there are so many charts that we are using here. So that charts, so are more useful, are the most important charts that will be used in the statistical quality control. Then the second one is the acceptance sampling. As as in a previous sessions I have told you, acceptance sampling is nothing but, as the name it indicates, it is a sampling plan. In the sampling plan, so there will be, a sample will be, basically it is used in the mass productions, and you know that in the mass productions one machine will give say 100 to 200 items per hour, and it is not possible for the inspector to inspect all 100 or 200 items in a span of 1 hour. So then there is an acceptance number that is called as an agreement will takes place between the customer and the producers, where they will decide, say out of 100 or 200 lot of products, and that you go for the inspection, that is you select randomly few items like 5, 6, whatever it is, a sample. So out of that, say if the customer will say, I would say, for example, if they have come to the agreement that, so the sample size is 5, and the customer will says that, say out of 5, if out of 5 items when you have selected randomly from the lot, so out of 5, if 3 items are good, if 3 items are good, so then I'll be going to accept the lot. If less than 3 items are good, say 2 or 1, I'm going to reject the lot. So the customer will say like this. So this is what the agreement will take place between the producers and the customer. So that process will be continued. So when the manufacturing when the manufacturing starts, and the inspector will select say 5 items, and out of the 5 that item that he has selected, out of the 5 items, if the 3 items are good, 3 or more items out of 5 they are good, so then the customer is going to accept the lot. Even if 95 items out of 100, if they are bad also, he is going to select, because there will be another conditions here. There will be, if he is going to select that lot, if out of 5 items 3 or more items are good, he is going to accept it. There will be another conditions they will put, that if there are some bad elements, bad products in the launch, so you need to replace it. So that, like that, they will come to the agreement, and depending upon that agreement, the manufacturing process will start, and he is going to accept the things, and the process will be continuous. So these two tools, that is the control charts and the acceptance sampling, plays a very important role in the manufacturing, that too in the mass production, batch by batch productions, and in the repetitive productions. So it is more useful. So these are the tools that we need to study. These are the tools we are going to study in detail in the next chapters. So the next one is so ensure here, because of the use of these tools, that is the control charts and the acceptance samplings. So ensures the necessary quality standards are being met. So naturally, we will get a better quality products, and because of the statistical techniques associated with the manufacturers of the product, including the process capability studies used primarily in the research and development phase of the new product. So that is about the statistical quality, the tools that is used in the statistical quality control. Now we'll just study some of the multi-choice questions. So the first multi-choice question: a branch of mathematics used to summarize, analyze, and interpret a group of the numbers or the observations. So as I have told you that here in the statistical quality control, when we categorize the statistical quality control, we are categorized into three groups. So out of that, the second one, as I've said, that descriptive types of the SQC. So a descriptive types of the SQC will use the whatever the data that we will get, that will be summarized, analyze, interpret. It means that we are going to condense the data, and then we'll be transferring the data into the number of the charts. So the 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 option for this is the mechanical engineering, civil engineering, computer science engineering has been given, but the right answer is the statistical quality control. So a statistical quality control is a branch of it is I mean in the statistical quality control we are using the statistics, and the statistics comes in the mathematics. It is the branch of the mathematics where we are studying the mean, median, mode, and the standard deviations, and a lot of the other aspects. That's why the option for the right options for a branch of mathematics used to summarize, analyze, and interpret a group of the numbers of the observation is the statistical quality control. So the second multiple choice question is: statistical quality control is a term used to describe the set of statistical tools used by. So used by. So there are four options: quality professionals, managers, inspectors, and workers. But here, when you see this, statistical quality control tools are used only by means of the quality professionals only. They cannot, they will not, that will not be used by the managers or the inspectors or the workers. When you take the C, option C, the inspectors, so inspectors are of the different kinds. Okay, if the inspector, if it is has been specified as the quality control inspector, so then that options would have become the right answers. But when you see this, these are the tools that will be used only by the quality professionals, not by the manager, not by the inspector, not by the worker. So the right answer is for this question number 2 is quality professionals. Then the third multi-choice question: normal inspection is. So we have studied in the previous session, the difference between the normal inspections and the SQC. The first point is, in the normal inspection was that it was the 100% inspection. So the options has been given here: A, that is 100% inspection; 50 uh, 50% of inspection; C, 25% of inspection; D, all of the above. So there is no question of 50% of inspection, 25% of inspection, or all of the above. So a normal inspection is the 100% inspection, because during the normal inspection, the inspector is going to inspect each and every dimensions of the product. So there is a scrap rate is more, the wastage of the material is more. That's why a normal inspection is the 100% inspection. So the next multiple choice question is that statistical quality control is it 100% inspection? No questions, because it is the normal inspections. So it is here we are not taking random inspection because we are going for the random inspection only in case of the sample acceptance sampling. So a statistical quality control is a sample inspection. Here we are going to select the sample. It is not the 100% inspection. It is not the random inspection, and it is not the D option, that is all the above three. So it is a sample inspection. So that is the fourth objective type of multi-choice question. And so then here in the sessions, as we have studied that the explanations of operational principles of the SQC. So what are the things that is involved when you go for the SQC? So it is nothing but the sample. So we are going to take the sample, and the sample will be inspected, and we will collect the data. And after collecting the data, we will go for the we will condense that data in the forms of the charts, and the charts will be pasted on the machine. And naturally, because of the pasting of the control charts, the operators will always concentrate. He will take the interest on the control charts and see to it that he is going to get the proper output. That is called as the proper output, means the process will be under control. And if the operator brings the process under control, he will be benefited with the uh, bonus scheme. So that is the operational principles of statistical quality control. So the next point is that we have discussed objectives of SQC. So these are all the descriptive types of the questions. So the objective and the benefit are the same. Okay. So whatever the objectives, what I am talking here, it's nothing but it comes it is nothing but the benefits also. So when you take the objectives or the benefits of the statistical quality control, so as we have discussed, so it is, quality control, the the objectives of the quality control is where we are getting the reductions in the scrap, so better quality of the products we are getting because of the use of the tools, SQC tools. We are utilizing the better raw material, and there is a better producers and the consumers relationship. And we have studied that the objectives of the benefits, that we are going to improve the specifications of the products. Always there is an improvement in the specifications of the products because of the lot of the things that is involved in the SQC. And inspection standards will be increased because we are using here the many uh, sophisticated tools here. And naturally, by using the sophisticated tools and the better raw materials and the equipments, we are going to get there is an always improvement in the quality level. And sales will income will also improve, and there is a customers are here assured of the good quality products. So these are the benefits, or I can say that they are the objectives of SQC. Then we have studied the next topic, that is the next descriptive types of the question, that is called explain the tools of SQC. So as we know that, so because of the use of the statistical quality control tools, the industry enjoyed a lot of things. That is, there is no scrap, no waste, less time in inspection, and improved qualities. So naturally, the economics enjoyed by the industry by using the tools of the statistical quality control is more. And because of, as I've told you, the lot of factors. Here, basically, we are using the two types of the tools. One is called as the sample charts, and the other one is called as the acceptance sampling. As it has been explained previously, sample charts is nothing but there are so many charts are there that you'll be studying in future, and these charts will be more useful to get all the benefits. And because of that, there is a quality products we are using. And the second one is the acceptance sampling. So the control charts and the acceptance samplings are the two important tools that will be used for the inspections of the products that has been manufactured by the process. Thank you.